Here we're going to interpret the graph of a quadratic function. The statement, the graph of the function f of x equals negative 10x squared plus 700x minus 6,000 shows the profit a company earns for selling headphones at different prices. So this is going to be the price, and this is going to be the profit. What is the maximum profit the company can expect to earn? All right, so maximum is the highest point on our graph, so it's going to be up here. And what we also want to note is that the maximum is the vertex, right? And we know how to find the vertex of a quadratic function in standard form from the previous videos. So don't think of it as finding the maximum when you're calculating it. Think of it as you're calculating the vertex, and then you could use that vertex and the coordinates of that vertex to determine the profit of the company. So to find the vertex, we're going to start by defining A, B, and C like we have in the previous two examples. So A is going to be negative 10. We have an A value of negative 10. We have a B value of 700. So B would be 700, and C is negative 6,000. We won't wind up using C in this case because we don't need the y-intercept, but it's always good to label. So now that we have A, B, and C, we're going to work on finding the x-coordinate of our vertex, and x is equal to negative b over 2a. So x is equal to negative 700 over 2 times negative 10. Take your time. You don't want to make simple mistakes on these type of problems. So we get negative 7 over negative 700 over negative 20, and x would be equal to a positive 35. Now, that x value does make sense because if I drop my point down, I do have an x value that's somewhere between 30 and 40, so 35 seems realistic. So that's a good sign. All right, now that I know my x value, I do want to complete the vertex. I need to figure out what the y value for my vertex is. And we'll see that the y value represents profit. So if I'm looking for the max profit, there's a good chance it's going to be my y value. Let's go back to our equation of y equals negative 10x squared plus 700x minus 6,000. Be very careful here substituting and doing your order of operations. If a mistake is made, it's usually in a step, one of the next couple of steps where we tend to be a little overly confident, and we know what we're doing, so we just want to rush through the process. But let's take our time and make sure that we're getting these numbers correct. So we're going to follow our order of operations, which tells me to do 35 squared first. So we get negative 10 times 1,225 plus 700 times 35 minus 6,000. I'll now multiply, so I get negative 12,250. 700 times 35 is a positive 24,500, and then we're going to subtract 6,000. So I'm going to show all the steps just so we don't make any silly mistakes here. So these up, we get 12,500. Oh, sorry, 12,250. See what I mean? We tend to rush through these. Minus 6,000. And then that would be 6,250. So that is my y coordinate for my vertex. So my vertex is going to be 35, 6,250. And if I check that 6,250, it does look like it matches up because my y value is going to be over 6,000. So again, good sign. Doesn't mean it's exactly right, but it does mean that I'm on the right track. Now, do be careful. The question is, what is the maximum profit the company can expect to earn? We found the vertex, which will give us the answer, but it is not the answer. The max profit is, right, this is the price. X represents price, and Y represents the profit. So our max profit That's a mess. Our max profit is determined by the max point. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is the y value for our maximum or our vertex, which happens to be 6,250. And that max profit is reached when this company sells the headphones at a price point of $35. Now, they could make money anywhere between $10 and $60, but they're not going to maximize their profit. So if they do want to make the most money possible, in this scenario, they should sell their headphones for $35 and they will make a max profit of $6,250. This is done the same way that you did example 1, which was 2 examples ago. The difference is that we do need to look at the vertex and put it into the context of the problem. So we don't just stop when we find the vertex. We do need to make sure we answer the question.